Hello and welcome to the Week in Review, where we take you through the top stories of the week, community news, and announcements. In today's segment, Sikh group protests Sonia Gandhi's presence in U.S. Sikh family receives death threats in U.S. Indian Americans hold demonstrations against Modi, and many more such news coming in just a while. Stay tuned. First off, Sikh group protests Sonia Gandhi's presence in U.S. A U.S.-based human rights group has approached U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, urging her the exclusion of Congress President Sonia Gandhi from the United States. The group wants the same yardstick to be applied that was used for Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi while denying him a U.S. visa. The group claims Sonia Gandhi was involved in covering up and protecting the leaders of her Congress party who were actively involved in the massacre of Sikhs. The rights group Sikhs for Justice has sent a memo to Clinton on grounds that Sonia Gandhi's entry and presence in the U.S. was in violation of Section 212 of the Immigration and Nationality Act and Section 604 of the International Religious Freedom Act of 1998. These acts prohibit entry into the U.S. of any individual who, outside of the U.S., has ordered, incited, assisted, or in any way participated in the commission of any act of torture or extrajudicial killing. It has also claimed that Sonia Gandhi has been actively covering up the Sikh genocide and shielding her party leaders who were key players in executing the atrocities in November 1984. The group's memo says the Indian National Congress Party had organized a genocide to avenge the assassination of the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, the party's leader, who was murdered by her two bodyguards who happened to be Sikhs. Sikhs for Justice has also cited findings of the Nanavati Commission, which held that innocent Sikhs were killed in a systematic manner without fear of the police, apart from quoting a report of the PUCL just after the riots. SFJ's legal advisor Gurpantwant Singh Panum, an active member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, said that excluding Sonia Gandhi would not be unique, as previously Narendra Modi, a prominent leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party and Chief Minister of Gujarat, was denied entry into the U.S. in his connection of the 2002 Gujarat riots. Incidentally, on March 15th, a U.S. federal court will be hearing a petition seeking default judgment against the Indian National Congress Party, which has failed to respond to charges of conspiring, aiding, abetting, organizing, and carrying out attacks on the Sikh population in India in November 1984. Sikh family receives death threats in U.S. A Sikh family in America has received an anonymous letter that threatens to kill its members for being associates of the Taliban, prompting authorities to launch a probe into it. The letter addressed to the Turban family said the family is being closely watched and it should leave the U.S. immediately. The letter said, "Our people in the neighborhood have been closely watching your activities and figured out you're a close associate of a secret Taliban movement on the U.S. soil. We ask you to leave the country as soon as possible, otherwise one of our people is going to shoot you dead. Don't attempt to relocate somewhere else in America, as people are closely monitoring your day-to-day activities." The identity of the family, which lives near Virginia, has not been released. Local authorities are working with the FBI to investigate the threats in the letter sent to the family last week. The Sikh American Legal Defense and Education Fund said the Sikh family had previously been target of similar hate crimes. In 2003, the family's home was vandalized with graffiti and it received 2 threatening letters. In 2005, they received 2 more death threats through mail. Interfaith groups have spoken in support of family, calling on the authorities to investigate the threats as a hate crime. In a statement issued by Sikh American Legal Defense and Education Fund, incidents like these are constant reminders of the challenges that Sikh Americans face as a result of our unique identity. In the absence of awareness about who we are and what we stand for, Sikh Americans continue to endure harassment, discrimination, and threats which run counter to the American ideals. It's time for a quick break. When we return, Indian Americans hold demonstrations against Modi. Punjab will need 8,000 crore rupees to fund bounty and much more. We'll be right back on Just Punjabi. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Just Punjabi. You're tuned into the Week in Review. MoneyGram ties up with India Post. MoneyGram International, a leading global money transfer company, and India Post, the largest distribution postal network in the world, announced that their existing agreement to offer money transfer services through India Post outlets has expanded from an initial 100 locations to more than 650 locations across the country. India Post and MoneyGram have planned joint marketing initiative in several Indian states to support the expansion of the service. MoneyGram's service is planned to expand to 5,000 India Post locations by 2012.
Well, while the US postal services are facing a grim situation and shuttering down offices, the postal services in India remain a lifeline for many. And knowing that MoneyGram International, the leading money transfer agency, has expanded their tie-up with the Indian Post to cover over 650 locations in India. Joining me are Harsh Lamba, the Senior Regional Director for South Asia, and Peter Ozer, the VP of Independent Retail Channel and Outbound Corridors. Welcome to Just Punjabi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, let me begin with asking you, Harsh, firstly, how is this tie-up significant for MoneyGram?
Well, it's very significant because India Post is the largest network in the world today. It's got 1,55,000 locations in India. And we're tying up with the India Post gives us penetration on the last mile in terms of we can go into villages, small places, and really provide a tremendous convenience to customers who are receiving money through MoneyGram. So as of today, you can walk into any of the 650 plus head post offices and post offices across 10 circles or 10 states in India and pick up money that's sent from your loved ones.
And how does this place you in the competitive game? How is this placing MoneyGram versus so many other money transfer companies that are present here?
Well, places us very well. We already have a very good, robust network in India. We have 35,000 plus locations, which comprises of banks. We have, in fact, State Bank of India has just started with us. We have Punjab National Bank, Central Bank, Allahabad Bank. We have more than 30 banks in our network. We also have urban cooperative banks. We have the post office now, and then we have the retail segment. So wherever a customer finds it convenient to do his business, he'll find MoneyGram there.
Great. And Peter, let me begin with asking you, how do you perceive the Indian segment here who transfer money back to India?
Well, it's one of our most important corridors. We've been focused on the Indian diaspora here in the United States and throughout Canada for many years, and we're excited to expand our partnership with India Post so that we can bring more convenience to those who are sending money.
And Peter, you manage the recruitment of agents here in the United States and Canada. Now, we know that in our community, people feel very comfortable with someone who speaks their own language. So do you have a focus on recruiting agents who speak Hindi or Punjabi?
Absolutely. We have a dedicated team of folks that can recruit and service folks from Punjab or any other parts of India. And they will help those agents learn the business and grow their business. And we're very thankful when we can find new agents.
And Harsh, what are the plans ahead? Now, are you looking at expanding this service even more?
Absolutely. The plan is to have the MoneyGram service in about 2,500 post offices by the end of this year, grow the service in SBI, which is State Bank of India locations, to about 1,000 by the end of this year, and grow the network, thereby growing conveniences and taking the service closer to our customers, where they play, where they work, where they live. We want to be present everywhere.
And any marketing activities planned around this? This is a big tie-up, and are you planning to promote this heavily?
We are already in the process of doing that. We are in fact having a promotion running from the 15th of March till the 15th of May, where any customer walking in to pick up a MoneyGram money transfer at any of the active post offices will get a branded alarm clock free. We're also doing a lot of ground activities in terms of task force. We're doing a lot of games. We're making it possible for the community that lives around each post office to get to know that the MoneyGram service is available there. We're also going to be doing a lot of marketing around the ICC. The T20 World Cup is happening in Sri Lanka this year, and we're the money transfer partner with the ICC, so we're going to be promoting that heavily. So do watch this space.
Yes, I do remember your tie-up with the World Cup last year, and it was very successful, and I think you ended up taking a lot of people to watch the World Cup live.
We did. In fact, it was great for us because we could enjoy that occasion with agents from all over the globe, with our customers from all over the globe, with their families, and I think it was just wonderful to see cricket as a platform that was uniting families, Indian families as well as other families across the globe.
And Peter, now a lot of members of our community, if they want to become agents of MoneyGram, what is the best way that they can do that?
Here in the United States and elsewhere, two ways. You can go to our website, MoneyGram.com, and look for the link on the bottom of the page that says Become an Agent, or you can call 1-800-MoneyGram.
It's as simple as that.
That's simple.
And Harsh, would you like to say one last message to our viewers that are watching you?
Absolutely. We've got a great network in the States. We've got a great network in India. And our vision is to be the preferred choice for customers to send and receive money. So I'd really like to encourage viewers of Just Punjabi to find out more about MoneyGram, find out about the value that we offer, and really try us once to send money back to their loved ones back home. So we would really want to encourage that.
Great. Harsh and Peter, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Joining me are Zainab Ali, the Senior Marketing Manager with MoneyGram, and Patty Sullivan, the Senior VP for Corporate Communications. Patty, Zainab, welcome to Just Punjabi.
Thank you. We're happy to be here.
And Zainab, let's talk about the tie-up. Firstly, how is this tie-up significant for the US market?
MoneyGram is very excited that we are able to have an association with the India Post and able to offer this benefit to our consumers in terms of convenience in picking up. As you know, India Post has thousands of locations in India, and now senders sending with MoneyGram can tell the receivers picking up their loved ones that they can go to the closest India Post location and pick up the money. So it's an added convenience for our consumers, both on the send and the receive side, and we are very excited about this association. So we are here to tell you guys about it and celebrate.
And Patty, how do you perceive the Indian consumers here who send back money to India?
Oh, they're very valuable to us. We really appreciate. We know that sending money and receiving money is a very emotional transaction, and it's important for our customers to know that when they are sending and receiving, that it's safe, it's secure, that it's a guaranteed. In most instances, they can have their money in as quickly as 10 minutes. So the reliable factor is really important to us, and we want them to have a good experience. So it's also important that that their service, the personal service and attention that they get is up to what they expect. So it's the service both from the personal side as well as the physical transaction, the technology. So they're very important to us. It's the #1 receive country, right? Yeah, the number one. Yeah. So that's very important. We need to make sure they're happy. Yeah.